This year, I've played tournaments with Isaac, 0 gold medals. I've played with Scott, 0 gold medals. But today, I've got a brand new partner, and for the first time this year, we actually took first place. I'm going to show you exactly what strategy made the difference and how it can also help you win your next tournament. Hello everybody, hope you're having a great Friday. Welcome back to another tournament recap video. We're here in the courts with the blue walls and the blue court. And this time, as you saw in the intro, I got a nasty partner. That was a great speed up to start off the day. And unfortunately, Isaac goes out of town. Scott's duper is too high. So I've got my friend Kyle Rink there in the orange shirt playing with me. I'm in the white shirt. And if this is your first Friday Pickleball video, I'm always hitting crazy body bags like that. Just kidding, I'm not. But me, Scott, and Isaac, we run this YouTube channel and help run a company called Friday Pickleball, where we make all sorts of fun content, as well as What a Flick, as well as amazing, affordable pickleball paddles. So what a counter. We're playing too good. I can't even get my sentences out. Anyway, this is another classic tournament where it's a lot of pool play games and everybody makes the bracket. So we're trying to just feel out each other as partners. So far, so good. We take the first one 11-7, and we are on to game 2. So the format of this tournament is similar to a lot of the ones you've seen on this channel, where it is duper 10 or below among the two partners, and winning team gets $1,000. And that is one of the nice things about living in Kansas City. You can be just a moderate 4.5 amateur and have a chance every single month to win $1,000. Obviously, Isaac and I, hey, there's a counter. Isaac and I have not been able to do that yet, but it is fun to have the opportunity. Look out, Tony. That's the orthodontist shot right there. He got the paddle in front of it. It's all good, but these guys are really solid. We knew this was going to be a very tough game to start off the day. Anytime you play a righty-lefty combo, I feel like it's a little more difficult. They're just forehands are everywhere. It's harder to exploit weaknesses, but I was really having a good time playing with Kyle. We've never played much before at all. Definitely never played a tournament before, and I enjoyed just seeing how good he is at the net and how patient he is at the net. And I feel like I couldn't help it, but I was like, well, I want to play that way too. I'm going to be patient. I don't want to speed anything up. And there's so many points that are a lot like this one where, hey, what a way to end it. There's so many rallies. I feel like this tournament especially that lasts like 45, 60 seconds. Man, we're just giving Tony the business. But anyway, we got a 10-10 game here. In pool play at these tournaments, it's win by 1. So kind of feels like now or never. We got the serve here, 10-10-2. Need to get it or else it goes back to them, and it's probably not coming back. Good hands by everybody. Barely out. They're devastated. We're 2-0 going into game 3. And as you watch some of the rallies here, I want to say a few things. One, if you haven't checked out last week's YouTube video, there's parts of it that look like this video, and there's other parts of it that look like a Netflix true crime documentary. We spent way too much time and probably way too much effort making our own fake investigation spoof, and oh, what a point. Had so much fun, and you guys were so nice, so thank you to everyone who said all the kind words to us last week, and if you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend it, because I doubt you've seen anything like it with any other pickleball YouTuber. So, also, speaking of last week's video, we give a paddle away every single week to one of you guys who subscribe to us, so stick around to the end of the video. Good hands there, good hands. Stick around later, and I'll let you know who won the free paddle this week, and let you know how you can win a free Friday paddle in next week's video. As far as this game goes, this one's tight. Everybody's playing well. This team is so good at the net. There I go, initiating a little offense. But yeah, I feel like everyone is so good with unattackable dinks, and I feel like their team is so good with counters, so it's hard to score points on a team like that. And here we go. We're just backhand dinking, hands battle. Who's going to win it? Oh, he soars it out of bounds, but hey, check out the paddle he's using. The guy in the black shirt, Jose there, he knows what's good for him, using the Friday Fever. And, I think it only makes sense. I got to let him win with the Fever. You don't teach your kid how to play baseball and then immediately bean him in the back. No, you give him some softballs, you let him hit some home runs, and then you just know if it comes to it in the bracket round, I'm going to take it to him. So anyway, our first loss of the day. Actually, our second loss of the day, because I got back to my tripod after one of these games, and I noticed that someone had knocked it over. No big deal. I go back to look at all the files, and this is what I see. Okay, I didn't time that perfect. Wait for this point to be over. And this is what I see. Okay, hang tight. And this is... Jeez. We sure do like dinking. And this is what I see. The file had gone corrupt. It was completely missing, which is a bummer, but we did lose that game, so not the end of the world. Speaking of completely missing, we've got a bit of an announcement here. Maybe you've heard this before, or maybe you're on our Discord, but I think you guys know Friday, especially our paddles, our whole brand has been like big, vibrant, colorful. And ever since we came out with the Fever, we've been hearing one complaint above all the others. People saying, I want to see colors missing. I want a minimalistic black paddle. And we said, are you sure? Everyone else's paddles are black. And people said a resounding, oh, that is too bad. People said, yes, we love the Fever. We just don't want all the flash of the colors. And we like to listen to our customers. Our customers said, hey, please lose this pool play game and go 2 and 3 into bracket play. And I said, okay. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is the Stealth Fever is 1 week away. So I got to give you guys credit. Now that I'm looking at the paddle, it looks so clean. It looks so nice. And that's a great point. So next Friday, set your calendars. You can get the elongated Stealth Fever. And also later in November, we're going to come out with the Stealth wide body version. Back to the game at hand. This is the first round of bracket play, so you lose and that's nasty. It's nice having a partner like that. Still miss you though, Isaac. But yeah, I mean, this is do or die at this point. And like I said, we only went 2 and 3 in the pool play, so it's not exactly like we have all this momentum. In fact, we lost 3 in a row. Wow, that's a crazy get. I feel like everyone just focuses a little more when you get into the bracket play, and it's so fun. But yeah, Kyle and I were not exactly playing well going into it, so we had to lock in a little bit. That's always fun. When you haven't sped up all game, it's been 15 minutes. You're like, let me see if I can surprise him. And then it works like 10% of the time, and then that's the clip that you put in the video, and you edit out all the ones where it didn't. So that's relatable. What a counter over the head. And just like that, it is game point. This game probably should have been way closer. I think we're much more evenly matched than the show scores. Than the score shows. You guys get it. Anyway, Cade there in the white hat is using the Friday Fever. So, you know, it crossed my mind throwing another game just to build the Fever's reputation. But we decided probably better if we just build our own reputation. So we played really well this game, got the momentum back on track, and we move on here to go into the round of 8. But another file corrupted. So you're just going to have to take our word for it. We breezed through the quarterfinals, and now we're into the semifinals, which they chose to play best of 3 this game. So definitely getting our money's worth, and we're playing the guys that we played earlier. That's a devastating blow when you ruin such a good rally by barely hitting the tape, but it happens. Anyway, for those who've been watching the channel for a while, I think you'll be especially excited about what we have coming next week. Some of you might remember a video that Isaac and I did last August, so over a year ago. We played 2 of the best 12-year-old pickleball players in the world, Ryder and MJ. And recently, this past weekend, there's a counter. Make a little comeback here, boys. Isaac and I were at the PPA tournament in Las Vegas, and we ran into Ryder and MJ again, and we said, boys, what do you say we run it back? So make sure you subscribe, because next Friday, we're posting the match. Can adults who've gotten a little bit better beat kids who've gotten way better? Anyway, we are on to game 2 here. A decisive... Now, there's a counter. You talk about sitting on the fastball, and that is actually a good teaser. I promised you guys I would tell you a strategy that can help you win more tournaments and helped us win this one. So that's coming here in a little bit. Great speed up by Kyle. It's actually countered super well, but he's on the next ball. He's not looking to put it away, and that's just how it's done, folks. This is kind of a crazy point. Just scratching and clawing to get back to the kitchen. We drop it in there, and that's nasty. I remember thinking we're getting hot at the right time. We're playing our best when it matters most, mainly Kyle, and we're cruising. We win game 1, we win game 2, and just like that, we're into the championship game. Winner gets $1,000. I want to start off telling you about this strategy. Let me know if you think it's good or not. That's very first point of the game. I speed up the first ball I get. My thought is to kind of set a precedent that it is... Right here I'm saying, dude, that call is so good it makes me laugh. I think it sets a precedent that the speed up is there, and then typically I just go away from it, and it's just the threat of it being there is enough to get better looks. Like I said, I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but sometimes I like to try that. Anyway, probably not a good idea because we're not doing super hot this game. That's a pretty good point by Kyle there, but I mean, even here, we're not unwinding the stack. I'm playing left side. I haven't played this in months, let alone a championship game. I'm hitting dinks. Uh-oh, looky there. A little flick to the chicken wing. Who am I? All right, I'm still Jake. I'm back to the right side. Put me back in my corner. Getting my partner almost decapitated. That's where I belong. The one good thing we have going for us is we have this entire first game to pick up on their patterns and their habits and give us time to think and strategize. Enter Kyle Kazuda. 11 months ago, Isaac and I did a video at his house where he told us a strategy that I somehow remembered right after this first championship game.
Counterattacking is actually a good form of offense. And so most people think the only way I'm going to attack is that I have to speed something up, bounce right out of the air. But you can attack with your initial strategy being, when they attack, I crank the counter. And that can be your #1 attacking strategy.
I snapped out of my That's So Raven Slumdog Millionaire trance and couldn't wait to tell Kyle Rink, my partner, what other Kyle had told me almost a year ago. And I don't think it necessarily happens on this first point, but still, it was a mindset shift that we were looking to employ this next game and just to see if it works or not, you know, rather than the typical just like on your heels, oh gosh, I hope they don't speed it up. If they do, where's it going to be? Instead, you're thinking, I pray to God they speed it up in me. You know, if it's the last thing I do, I will counter this ball. I woke up this morning thinking, how could I counter their speed up? You know, and that mindset is really fun to have, where you just think, I'm going to be so patient. I mean, just right there. You know, I'm here to dink. I'm here to play soft, unless you want to speed it up, and then I hit it twice as hard right back at you. And that's definitely one of the benefits of playing best 2 out of 3, is you have that time to think about what's working, what's not. And a game to 11, a game to 15, sometimes you just don't get that. So we're here just being patient, just dinking. Psych, sped it up, got the put away. Always fun to kind of lull people to sleep and surprise them every now and then. So it's 10-5-2, and dang, got shimmied on. Never like to see that, but it was a good ATP. I've never had an ATP bounce 4 times before it got to me. All right, we're trying to get a side out here. Ernie doesn't quite work. My put away is not put away, and then I slide over and sneak a little ball in there, kind of get lucky. We side out, we've got the serve back. 10-5-1. Let's put this away. Let's go into game 3. We're dinking. What's going to happen next? Oh, don't tell me. Not the first lob of the day on game point. Oh, you dog. And just like that, we did it. We're on to game 3, $1,000 right here. 1 game to 11. And nothing changes with the strategy. We just won big. We feel like we were totally in control. We don't need to overanalyze anything. Let's just get back to what we were doing. Owning the kitchen, moving them around, and let them be the aggressors, and we are eager to counter. I think this strategy can work for a lot of skill levels, so let me know in the comments if you've tried something like this, or if you plan to try something like this, because that right there, I mean, it feels so easy. Nothing about my hands got faster, nothing about my footwork changed, it's just my brain. I'm just more prepared for the speed up, and it's so fun. In other news, real quick, as I'm sitting here editing this video, I'm getting text in real time. The Pickleball World Cup is happening. That's a good speed up. The Pickleball World Cup is happening right now, and 2 of the 4 girls representing Team USA on the juniors team are Friday athletes. Cami Gonzalez and Jayda Maldonado, as of last night, literally won the Pickleball World Cup, and Jayda was elected the MVP. So just super cool. Wanted to brag on them, show them some love in the comments. Speaking of comments, this is the subscriber who wins a free paddle from us this week for their comment on our video last week. Shout out AWang70207. I have a feeling which zip code this paddle's going to. So thank you for subscribing. And if you out there want to win a free paddle next week, make sure you're subscribed to the Friday Pickleball YouTube channel and leave a comment this week with the word champs in it. We will choose one at random and announce it in next week's YouTube video. As we round out the tournament, you can see that the strategy is working. Just about everything is working, to be honest, but we're up 9-5 here, keeping everything low and unattackable. He pushes me out a little too wide. We've got an ATP, and just like that, it is game point. It is match point, tournament point, $1,000 point, however you want to name it. It's 10-5-2. Need it here. I'm staying alive just enough to take home the gold and $1,000. 4.5 champions. Thanks so much for watching this video. Follow Kyle on Instagram, and we will see you guys next Friday for the Ryder and MJ rematch.